mmanụ ka mkpụrụ obi ya zuru ike na ndokwa. Ekpere maka ndị na-eru uju. O Chukwu, anyị na-arịọ ebe anyị na-akwa akwa arịrị maka ọnwụ nke nwa odibo gị bụ Michael, ka anyị na-echeta mgbe niile n'ụbọchị ọnwụ nke anyị na-abịawanye nso. Nye anyị Kraịst ya gị iji kwado maka ụbọchị ikpeazụ ahụ site n'ibi ndụ dị mma mgbe niile, ka ọnwụ mberede na ọnwụ akwadoghị akwado ghara ikwudo anyị, kama ka anyị na-eche nche oge niile, ka ọ ga-abụ mgbe ọbụla ị kpọrọ anyị, ka anyị nwee ike iso banye na aṅụrị gị dị ebe ebe site na Kristi dị nwenụ anyị. Amen. Maka onye nwụrụ anwụ, ka Maria nne nke Chukwu, nne dịkasịrị obi ebere, onye ntasi obi ndị na-eru uju, banye n'aka nwa ya mkpụrụ obi nke nwa odibo ya bụ Michael, onye nke hapụgoro ụwa nke a, ka o site n'ekpere nke gị nwee ike iru ọsọ ọsọ n'ụlọ obibi ahụ ọ na-atụ anya ya n'eluigwe, biri na ya ebe 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 ebe.
Yeah, my name is Dr. Ozoemena Ekwo. I'm the son of late Michael Ekwo. Today we are burying him and performing the funeral services. A matter of fact, celebrating his life. He was 90 And I think that was, even though we regret his exit, but the truth also is that he has lived a good life. That's the bottom line. And we do hope that he will be praying for us wherever he is. And the assurance we are giving him is that we will continue from where he stopped. And like I also said in the church service, in as much as physically he's no longer with us, spiritually he's with us, and I can assure him that we'll continue his legacies to make sure that we represent him so well wherever we are. We have been doing that even in his lifetime, and he's been very so proud of us. Yes, we may not have told him several times, like Western tradition, that, oh, Daddy will love you, but he knew we loved him. And we demonstrated that love in many ways than one. So everybody can attest to that. And I think that the assignment we have is to continue where he stopped and make sure we also cherish some of the things he bequeathed to us, which is education, which is so powerful in the enhancement of human beings. So because education is power, like they also say knowledge is power. And because of that, there is nobody in this family who did not have or did not go to college. Every one of us are graduates and even graduate degrees and all that, and very successful in our own different ways. So I think that it's a thing of honor that we had him as a dad, and they would look forward to also helping our children to also follow the same footpath. So the spirit of peace that he provided all through, we continue to carry that baton, until we also hand it over to the next generation of the Ekwo family. Humor, honestly, he tells a lot of stories, and like some of you may not even know, I wasn't even planning to come home. I was in Poland attending an international conference, and the day I went to Warsaw Museum, where I saw like Hitler and all the things, because Warsaw was the theater of the Second World War, and I was sharing the thoughts with my dad over the phone, because definitely he loved history. He was a teacher of history, and we were cracking jokes and all that. You wouldn't believe, even as old as he was, because even with his health and all that, his faculty was still complete. He could speak legibly and you could hear him. If there's anything perhaps that, like I said, his tranquility, his calmness, and his demeanor was such that every human being would like to emulate that. So it's something we look forward to, and essentially that's why we kind of set up this Micheal Ekwo Foundation, in his honor, to continue the legacies of this man, and that's just the basic thing. And like I announced today, we'll be offering scholarship to some indigenous students here and there to make sure that we give other people who do not have the opportunity we have to go to college, go to school and learn, because the moment we're able to empower people through education, we'll be empowering the entire community. And that's what my dad has always championed all his life. He may not have had the resources to be able to, provide scholarships here and there, but even individually, he has trained a lot of people. He trained a lot of people, but today we're extending that kind of offer to a lot of people. But there are some measures we used to have, we're going to have to be able to determine who qualifies, who earns that kind of scholarship, because it's not just me who throw, so open like that. It has to be merited to help underserved students, people who are not able to go to school because of some inadequacies, some financial difficulties and all that. Because somehow today, we are privileged that we can offer that kind of, we can give back to the community. So that's just the thought. Thank you very much.
Okay, I am Eucharia Ekwo Onodu. I'm the first daughter of my dad. Today we are burying him after a fulfilled life of 90 years. My dad is a family man. Very close-knit family we have. He's not given to much talking. He's a kind of body language person. By what he does, you can just assess, not really by much talk, because he's not given to talking much. As a child, I can't remember my daddy beating me, but a stare from him was enough to really get me on my feet, on my toes. And daddy loved education. once you're interested in studies, you are daddy's favorite. And that was what I discovered early in life. As a child, if you chose to study, you are exempted from all household chores. So I remember in those days, once I decided to study, my mom wouldn't have any power over me to go and do this, because my mom, in her own way, was very restless, always busy. There was no quiet time in my house, like playing. As a child, I don't remember how often I played. If you are not studying, you are sweeping, you are doing one thing or the other. He said, rest is only when you are dead. You don't have to be resting. But my dad, he used to take life one day at a time. And I think that must have contributed to his long life. So I loved Dad, we loved him, and he was very open to us as a teacher. I remember in the days of the gym, when teachers were owed salaries, whenever Daddy earned salary, everybody would know how much he had earned, and he would just share it among all of us, because all of us were in school, including our mom then. So he was that transparent that you didn't have any reason to say, Daddy doesn't want to give me this. You would have seen that Daddy had given you all he had. So that was our daddy, and he took care of his siblings. He had a brother and a sister, and they were so close-knit that nobody could come between them, even their wives. Even we, their children, could not come between them. He was a family man. He loved his mother, he loved his siblings, and he loved us, his children. And he was always willing to sacrifice his comforts to make sure there is peace. He had this aunt, our aunt, his sister, that would be troublesome sometimes. He would scold you, leave her alone, let her have it, let her have it. Later, when you now say that, but why? He said, don't you know she's like that? You have to accommodate her. She's my sister. You have to accommodate her. That's the way she's made. So my dad is that kind of person. He would sacrifice comfort for peace to reign. And he had influenced a lot of lives among us. I remember growing up, we were never alone in the house. We always had cousins, even distant relatives, staying with us. And he made sure everybody in his house went to school. Everybody in his house was treated fairly. We, the children, never had any fair share more than the rest of our cousins or distant relatives living with us. That is a family man. And he had given peace to the people around him, and we have emulated him so much that even among us, the siblings, we don't even have, like now that we are doing his funeral, nobody says, I'm contributing this, I'm contributing that. Everybody is just doing what he could do, and everything flows naturally. So that's our family. We loved him, he loved us, but we know it's time to go, so we had to bid him farewell. Daddy, we love you. We didn't say it much when you were there, but always remember we love you. Thank you.
Ozoemena ni mmalu kesi emia n'ebe kesi emia n'Igbo kesi emia n'ebe niile ndị dị ready anyị na-akpọ unu ọkwụ aka m siri nke n'eze ọ nnukwu ogo ka ọ bụ n'ebe a ọ nwekwuru kanopi onye nọ n'iru Uchenna Eze PhD on Uniting the Nation. Oshimo Numekenei, Nekene Nurebedum, Nekene Omoike. Ndị Diamond Club anụ m ekele ụnụ ọ na tebụl ka ụnụ dịzi iche ego sendịrị ụnụ mmadụ ebe na-agbabiri ịtọ onye sọbụrụ ọbụrụ obere aka a na-eje nye ya eje na-agbabiri ego ogburu When are the chop up? Madam, there's no over. Ozoemena one naked. Oh, you don't need one guitar. Oh, you don't follow. Ozoemena naked. Because double four. Ozoemena, Dalono. Because can die never time. Our in-laws of the Seluku. Umundu ndesi Seluku anyekere kuno mbana no oya braga mana onya ina akwa bu teacher don't let eba ka odi rowdy ebe ndị nkuzi na eme ife ade we rowdiness I am a member of so many groups. I'm going to do WAEC. I'm going to Diamond Club. I'm going to yes, sir. To Ekwo touch. The Queens. I'm going to come. I'm going to head. Former General Manager, Coral City FM, our colleague Uche, then before Uche found out of FRC. Uche, I'm going to do chief, now we have a new food. I will not talk. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, the Deputy Speaker, and Right Honorable the Deputy Speaker, sir. My allies, my good friends, Right Honorable Engineer, Chairman of Ekwo, who said Ekwo, who said Ekwo, Papa Chairman, Chukwuda Chipe, Papa Chairman, Odudichide, Papa Secretary, Also, we can go in the house. Bada, I can live. When you He's I can make a high man. A boy, you take a wonder. You have the car corner. Even I never get the car go. Nobody get the car coaching. We'll get the corona coaching. I can ever matter. And also, and the bear, and even ever getting the open. I do the number and so. Oh, for my ticket for the Rija. And the usual man I go. Everyone I go. I can go.